Hey, welcome back. 6:20 on your Monday morning. It's time to take a look at your money. When we think of rare earth metals, we likely think of gold, silver, platinum, and other precious metals. But a different group of rare earth metals have quickly taken center stage in global trade and foreign policy negotiations. They're officially called rare earth elements. Now, these metals have become a critical component within military defense systems, high-tech electronics, and the growing electric vehicle industry. They've also become a central focus among global leaders, including President Donald Trump.
Financial advisor Mark Gravicheski is joining us live to break this down for us. Good morning, Mark.
Morning, Devin. Morning, Ava. Great to see you again, as always.
Yeah, so first, tell us a little bit more about these rare earth elements.
Rare earth elements are a group of 17 metals within the earth that are typically extracted using these big open pit mines. And let's be honest, and unless you graduated with a degree in science, you likely never heard of them before. But the term rare earth element is a bit misleading. They're actually quite abundant within the Earth's crust. What makes them rare, so to speak, is that one, they're typically found in very low concentrations and tend to be mixed with other elements. And second, the refining process to extract and then purify these elements is a highly complex, time consuming, and very expensive process.
So, Mark, what's so important about these rare earth elements and what are they primarily used for?
Well, you kind of touched a little bit on this already. These rare earth elements are a critical component in both military and civilian manufacturing. On the military side, they're used in fighter jets, missiles, radar systems, and many other military applications. But about a third of all rare earth elements mined are used to create what's called rare earth magnets. And these magnets are very powerful and are much more resistant to heat. And because of that, they're a key component within electric vehicle motors, generators for wind turbines, MRI machines, and many of those high-tech products such as smartphones and computers. And as the U.S. and global economies continue to become more high tech with all this advancement of artificial intelligence, the demand for these rare earth elements, Ava, has absolutely skyrocketed just over the past couple of years.
Well, President Trump has made these rare earth elements a focal point of his trade and foreign policy negotiations, especially with China. But why can't the U.S. simply produce more of these elements here at home?
Yeah, you hear Trump talking about these rare earth elements almost on a daily basis. To his credit, he has kind of signed executive orders to kind of boost domestic production of these elements. He's also kind of worked to secure American access to these elements from some overseas foreign producers. But look, let's be honest, this is not an overnight fix. The challenge, Devin, not just for President Trump, but really for all global leaders, is that China completely dominates the rare earth element industry. China produces, Devin, 70% of the world's output of these rare earth elements. By comparison, the US produces just 12%. But more important is that China controls 49%, almost half of the world's unmined reserves of these rare earth elements. By comparison, again, the US has just 2% of global reserves. But mining these rare earth elements is just half the challenge. Once these elements are mined, they must be, processed and refined to their desired level of purity. And this is a highly complex process that China literally maintains a stranglehold on. In fact, China accounts for 91% of the world's refinement of rare earth metals. Listen to this. 95%, Devin, 95% of all the rare earth elements the United States mines must then be shipped overseas, primarily to China, to be refined and processed. So, because of China's abundance of these rare earth elements, along with its near exclusive expertise to process them, China has created almost a virtual monopoly in the global supply chain for these rare earth elements.
A unique topic and learning a lot of aspects of the world I didn't even know about.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I mean, typically, gold, silver, platinum, but hey, now we got 17 more.
That's
All
great.
right. Thank you so much, Mark, for joining us, and we'll see you next Monday.
Enjoy your week. See you next Monday.
Thanks, Mark. You too.